early on, I had this one employee doing the caulking and he was just wiping it on his pants. It was insane. By the end of the day, his brand new pair of pants were completely covered in caulking. Now, that's the whole point of this sponge. I got to get rid of the excess somewhere. I'm getting rid of it on the sponge, which can be cleaned out. After every single door jam I do, I clean out my sponge, I start fresh. But it also serves even another more important purpose, and that's lubricating your hands, keeping them wet while you're tooling your caulking. And wet fingers, wet hands makes it a lot easier to tool your caulking. So I'm using the sponge. Everything we caulk in here is use the same technique, using these tools right here, the door jams, window sills, closets, baseboards. So I'll just start right here, begin applying a bead of caulking, getting this gap completely full. Now I'll begin tooling it. I'm gonna wet my finger. This is where it's extremely important. Wet your finger, very light push, lay it out. I'll come up to the corner, come back down, lay it out. Every single time, wipe your finger, get rid of the excess caulking. I'm gonna come into the corner, press it in. Every time I swipe, I'm gonna wipe, get rid of the caulking, excess caulking. And what happens is I keep wiping, I'm keeping wetting my caulking, I can keep working it. It's not gonna dry as long as I keep wiping it. Make sure your caulking tip is clean. Your caulking tip will mess up your bead also. Lay your 45-degree angle down flat where you're putting the caulking. I could just come right back up because I ended there. I could come right back up if I wanted. I'd come into the corner, come back down, wipe clean, wipe clean. I'm starting to get a lot of caulking built up. I'm gonna clean the sponge and clean my hands. Wring it out. What I don't want to do, I want this caulking sponge to be super, super wet. I don't want it to be all completely 100% wrung out. That's if I was like really, really wringing it out. I want it wetter than that. I want some of that excess water, because that's what's going to be lubricating my hands. So kind of like a medium squeeze. And then I'm gonna start off with fresh hands. What you don't wanna start off with is what we call caulking boogers all over your hands. And what happens is if you got caulking all over your hands, that's gonna be causing you to not get a very smooth bead. Anything obstructing the soft pads of your fingers is going to make it so you can't get a really good bead. Big stretch is one of the caulkings and sealants that will stretch more than just about any product out there on the market. So it'll span these big gaps. It bonds extremely well, so there's not gonna be any separation. It's gonna be gluing. Sometimes you got stuff like this, that's a little bit loose. It's gonna glue, seal that all back together. So now I'm gonna come across, I'm gonna be running out here pretty soon, so I wanna make sure I have another caulking tube available to me quickly. I can feel heat coming out of this vent. Looks like I'm out now. I gotta get another caulking tube refill. Here comes the refill from Noah. So, new caulking tube, really important. This is really important to the success of getting the perfect bead of caulking. 45-degree angle. Cut your caulking tube, get like a 45-degree angle on it. It's pretty important to have that angle cut correctly. I don't want to have like it flat. I like a 45-degree angle. That 45-degree angle is going to lay right up against your bead. You're going to start pumping the caulking in to completely fill the crack 100%. So now this is where I got a big gap. I'm going to fill this big gap. Not big enough to put like backer rod in, but big enough that big stretch will actually span that gap, not separate, not split or crack. That's why I like big stretch. Now you'll pay a little bit more for it, but there's nothing worse than getting callbacks on your job, fixing stuff because your caulking failed. So do the carpenter's favor and use a good caulking also. Make their big gaps look good. So part of the art of caulking and putting the bead of caulking on to begin with is knowing like how fast to actually pull your gun and matching that with your trigger pull. So if I have a slow trigger pull and move too fast, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have a bead of caulking that looks like this. That's not gonna actually fill the crack right there, and there's a good chance that at any movement in the house, that could actually separate. What I wanna do is I wanna slow down, put more caulking in, where it's actually gonna fill that gap inside, and it's gonna touch more of both sides of that gap. So that's a nice, good, smooth bead right there. And if I just take light pressure with a wet finger, tool that, I'm pressing it down into the crack farther. Now you can see I got a nice fill there. Where I went too fast, I didn't have as good of a fill right there. When I do this for multiple days, my fingers start to crack and they start to hurt. There's nothing worse than your hands hurting. And I use this product right here, Workman's Friend, Barrier Skin Cream. So I'm gonna dry my hands off. I put it on multiple times. I put it on twice today. It kind of creates a barrier on your hands that help them from drying out, cracking out, helping the chemicals from not causing your fingers to dry and crack as much. So I put some of this on just a little bit, rub it in, and then I'm gonna let it dry and begin caulking again. Hey, this is Chris the Idaho Painter. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is one of many videos out of my new construction course. Everything you need to know about painting a new construction interior. If you want to see that course, it's over and available at paintlifesupply.com. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We've got a lot more that you can see later on.